Summerwell case. How would you react if your 5-year-old daughter went missing and was never found? In today's video, we discuss a similar case of a young girl named Summer. And if you guys don't know who Summer Wells is, then let me help you with that. She was a 5-year-old girl who went missing in the year 2021. Hello guys, if you want to know the truth about the disturbing Summer Wells case, then keep watching till the end. Before moving ahead, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you remain notified with the upcoming latest videos. Without further delay, let's get straight into the video. Background. On June 15, 2021, 5-year-old Summer Wells was at her family's home in Rogersville, Tennessee. She lived there with her father, Donald Wells, who goes by Don, her mother, Candace Wells, and her 3 older brothers. Apparently, her grandmother lives on the property as well. According to Candace, at about 5:30 p.m., Summer was planting flowers with Candace and her grandmother, about 20 feet away from the family home. At this time, Summer entered the home and informed her brothers that she wanted to play with toys in the basement of the house. Her mother entered the home just a few minutes later, but could not locate Summer. Candace called Don at work to tell him that she could not find Summer. It appears as though both Candace and Don called 911 at about 6:30 p.m. Don told the dispatcher that Candace had been out for a walk. When she came home, she was unable to find Summer. This is a little different from what Candace said. Later, Candace would say that she does not walk around the property due to fear of wildlife like bears. Investigation. 5.5 hours later, at midnight on June 16th, the Tennessee State Bureau of Investigation published an endangered child alert. This was upgraded to an Amber Alert just after 11 a.m. on June 16th. But first, the Amber Alert featured her with chin-length blonde hair. But at some point, not long before she disappeared, her hair was chopped into a short buzz cut like her brother's, and people have wondered why her head was shaved. And to that, her father Don says, "I shaved my head and she wanted to shave her head like me, and the boys did." Now, more than 5 months and 1,000 of tips later, investigators are no closer to figuring out what happened to her after that last picture was taken. And bizarrely, this isn't the family's first missing person. Her mom's sister Rosemary Bly disappeared in Wisconsin without a trace in 2009. Her case has never been solved. Now, that's a strange coincidence. In Summer's case, police seem to think she might have just wandered off the Wells family home. But the Wells family home is way out in the country without a lot of neighbors nearby. The house is surrounded by forest and hiking trails. At this point, the police are starting to wonder if maybe she just got lost. But her family insists she was kidnapped. Her father Donald said, "We don't know if someone was waiting in the basement or if she came outside. All we know is that she went down to the basement to play with her toys. That's the only thing we know." He was at work, installing drywall on a job site that day, but he was also the one who called 911 and get the police out to the house, according to the Rogersville Review. She says, "It wouldn't have been hard for someone to get into the basement." According to him, his sons leave the door unlocked a lot. His theory is that someone came in through the open door, grabbed Summer, and carried her off down a steep and rugged trail, leading away from the house. That sounds perfectly plausible, except for the fact that Summer would have been screaming, and there was no blood evidence found in the house to suggest that she was knocked out. So, how could someone get her out of the house and into the woods without anyone noticing? Well, maybe they didn't get away without a sound. After all, a neighbor and her 2 teenage kids say they noticed a vehicle driving up the Wells driveway on June 15th, but they were occupied with other things in the yard, and they didn't really get a good look at it. Not long after that, they heard a vehicle door slam, but again, they didn't think anything of it. But then they heard a scream. That they didn't ignore. They told the police that they heard a scream and went to check out, but didn't find anything. The officials believed there was imminent danger over the next few days. Volunteers and members of law enforcement searched the area. A high level of foliage, mountainous terrain, and poor cell phone service limited the effectiveness of the search. Law enforcement encouraged residents to check any type of surveillance camera footage that they may have and inspect any buildings like sheds or detached garages. The next week was spent walking the trails and knocking on doors, but at the end of it, they didn't find much to work with. The dogs tracked her scent for a little while, but then it disappeared near a road. Some people refused to open up locked barns and sheds for the police to search for the little girl. Police further said that they had also looked in crawl spaces and barns. On June 18th, Summer's father made his first public statement to the media. He said he was at work when Summer went missing. He insisted that Summer would never leave on her own. Someone must have taken her. On June 26th, the authorities requested that the driver of a pickup truck who was seen in the area of Summer Wells' home come forward. They believe that the driver may have witnessed something that could be helpful. The truck was a 1998 to 2000 Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack. Search operations were scaled back on June 27th, and by July 12th, the authorities had received over 900 tips. They suggested that all options were still available. Everybody was a person of interest. On the same day, Donald gave an interview where he implied that there was a little hope that Summer was alive. He also indicated that he, his wife, and his mother-in-law passed lie detector tests. On July 15th, Don said that, statistically speaking, there was a good chance that Summer was already dead. He went on to say, "I hate to think that. I love her with all my heart. If nothing else, I'll see her in the resurrection." On July 26th, according to Don, Summers' 3 older brothers were removed from the house and were placed in custody with the Department of Child Protective Services. Don Wells said, "The house was not safe. Trespassers were approaching the house, and the family has received threats." On July 27th, the authorities said that the search effort would not be scaled back anymore, but it will be changing. They will be taking control of the search schedule. They were worried about people interfering in the investigation. Criminal record of her family. Don and Candace both have criminal records. Don Wells has been convicted of a number of felonies. He has been convicted of charges including burglary, theft, forgery, and many other things. He has spent time in prison apparently. He was criminally active in several different states, including Utah. In October 2020, Don was arrested for domestic assault. He allegedly was drinking and throwing objects, according to the police report. He knocked Candace down and injured her knee after believing she was cheating on him. Candace applied for an order of protection, only to withdraw it a few days later. According to Don, Candace dropped the charges against him. Don implied the whole incident was based on a lack of communication, and Candace has apologized to him. In addition to Don's criminal past, and as mentioned earlier, Candace has a criminal record as well. She was convicted of domestic abuse and disorderly conduct in Wisconsin. So guys, what do you think about today's video? I hope you liked the recap. If you want more recaps on different murder cases, then please do mention them in the comment box. This is all about today's video. Guys, do give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to watch the next murder case. Goodbye for today. Peace.